I have to admit, when we're doing laundry, my son has to do his own laundry. And so the pods are the best for my son to do his laundry. He can't over measure. He knows one pod, put it in. If it's a really full load of laundry, he might come and ask me, and I will tell him maybe 2 pods, but it's really normally 1 pod. So this is why I buy pods, because he can do it himself. And there's no question of measurement or anything like this. Hi everyone, I'm Lexie Callies. Do you feel the squeeze of caring for an elderly loved one and school-aged children? Then welcome to the Sandwich Stories. Let's dig in. Hi everybody, it's Lexie Callies with Sandwich Stories. I hope you're all doing really well. And today we're going to talk about laundry. I used to do my mom's laundry all the time. And now that she's in a facility, they take care of all of her laundry because it's all part of the package. At the old location, I would have had to pay extra for them to do the laundry, which I thought was ridiculous because I live close by. But I've learned a lot from doing my mom's laundry. I still do some of her laundry, or if I find things in her laundry that might have a stain or I just don't think are clean enough, I'll take them home and I'll work on it and try and get spots out and just make it clean for her. And I have learned a lot of these things just from trial and error. And especially, we all know when it comes to loved ones who need incontinence care, smell is a big thing. And we want to give our loved ones the most dignity they could possibly have and to make sure their bedding doesn't smell, their wheelchair pads don't smell, their clothes, all those kinds of things, they don't smell. And so these are the things that I've learned to get the smells out, to get the stains out, whether it's food stain or otherwise. Some of this actually did come from when my son was little and he was using cloth diapers. So I learned a lot then, and I've kind of translated some things and switched some things and found a few new things that were not available back when he was little. But I still use some of those techniques and tricks now, and I hope to share them with you. So we're going to start with some of the products that I use, and we're just going to go through how I do my mom's laundry. Okay. It sounds odd, but I hope you take away some tricks, even if you don't use it for your loved ones, just for your own household, and maybe it will help out. Okay, so here we go. Laundry. So when it comes to my mom's, anything that has to do with bed pads, wheelchair pads, all those kinds of things that might have a smell, I use a few things. So this is how I work. I start with this. This is Rock and Green Dirty Diaper brand. It is safe for babies, obviously, because it's really designed for cloth diapers. So you know it's going to get smells out because we know how messy babies are. Well, our loved ones can be just as messy, unfortunately, and this will help get the smells out. So this is a powder. I love it. It uses enzymes to get smells out, stains out, those kinds of things. But I don't use it just by itself. Okay, this is the soap I use when I have to do bed pads, and so I start with this. I put this in the part that has powder. So in my washer, I have a top loader. I pull out the little compartment. I put about 3 or 4 tablespoons of this in her laundry in that little cup. So I start with that. Then I add good old Arm & Hammer wash booster. My grandmother used this. I guarantee your grandmother used this. Her grandmother might have used it. This has been around for ages. If you go to the grocery store, it's always on the top shelf. But this is a really great booster to help get smells out and soften some of the water. So I add this. So 3 or 4 tablespoons of this in a little container. Then it opens up here on the side right here. I pour this in until it looks really good. Cover the clothes, cover the bed pads, whatever it is. I add this. So I add some of this, and then I put it on hot super hot, and I make sure that it's fully covered. So with my washer, unfortunately, new washing machines, I don't feel clean as well as they used to. They don't fill as well as they used to. The tubs. So I always put extra water. I make sure it's extra hot. I have a nice long cycle. So it's normally I set it on the towel cycle, regardless of what if it's a bed pad or not. I always make sure that it goes in a long hot cycle with those two soaps. Now, if it comes out and this is going to sound weird, but I showed y'all a while ago the the white bed pads. I will take it out. If it has been just where I think it's just going to keep smelling, I will literally take it out of the washer. I know this is gross, but those of you who take care of your loved ones will understand this. It's clean. It still has a smell though. I will smell it. I will put the bed pad up to my face and I try to smell it. And if I smell any urine whatsoever, any smells whatsoever, I do not put it in the dryer, because when you put it in the dryer, it will bake it in. So I rewash it. Sometimes I've learned I've had to do this twice. So if I have to rewash it, which now is very rare, I also add BioClean. This is also an enzyme cleaner, stain remover. I know it says carpet stain and odor remover. I started using this also when my son was doing cloth diapers. This is a great stain remover. It gets the smells out, it gets the stains out. I swear by this cleaner. So if I have to, I will spray generously. I can buy refills of this. I spray generously the BioClean. I let it sit for a little bit of time. Then I put it back in the washing machine and I do another 2 scoops of this in the washer. And yet again, hot, nice long cycle, really get it clean. And I take it out and I smell it. And I don't have to do it more than twice. And then I put it in the dryer and off we go. Now, when it comes to my mom's wheelchair pads, some wheelchair pads they're all made out of different things, but my mom's are the old foam style. And so sometimes, whether it's food or she might have had an accident, it can get in the pad and it's harder to clean because I can't unzip the cover, but I can unvelcro it from the wheelchair and I will take out trusty old BioClean, spray it all over. Really, I'll be there spraying for a while. It gets a good coverage and then I let it sit. And because it was dry when I started it, when I come back, I can see that the BioClean has moved the fabric and the foam have absorbed the BioClean and has kind of moved it up the pad. And so once it's done that, I know it's had a good soaking and I put it in the washer. And yet again, dirty diaper. And I wash it on, this one I don't wash on hot because of the product it is. I wash it on warm, still a good soak, a good long cycle, and I get the smells out. That one I do hang dry. I do not put those because the foam pads inside of it. I hang dry those. So I know I've learned to buy extras from the wheelchair company so that if I have to take one pad off, I can just put a new one on. And that way I have time to let it air dry overnight. And once they're clean, I'll take them over to my mom's, put them in the drawer so we have them ready to go for next time. But that has been really helpful. And I tell you what, I've actually tried to wash my mom's wheelchair pads when I was out of this. I can't get the smell out. I tell you what, this stuff is wonders. It does get the smell out for me. And I hope it does for you too. And one time I was out of rock and green. That's okay because I had my BioClean. I sprayed everything down. And this is what I use on my regular laundry. 7th generation, sensitive skin. I use this for my laundry, my husband's laundry, my son's laundry. I love this. It's little pods. But I did the BioClean one time because I was out of the rock and green. I put in a pot of this. Yet again, warm water, let it soak, all the smell came out. It was great. So that I hope one little packet too. I mean, sometimes I feel like I wish I could have it in a powder form. Packets, I have to admit, when we're doing laundry, my son has to do his own laundry. And so the pods are the best for my son to do his laundry. He can't over measure. He knows one pod, put it in. If it's a really full load of laundry, he might come and ask me, and I will tell him maybe 2 pods, but it's really normally 1 pod. So this is why I buy pods, because he can do it himself. And there's no question of measurement or anything like this. So this is really great. If you want to start your little ones on their own laundry, buy the pods that you can keep. Like, you can give them, yes, we're going to be safe. We're going to lock them away from the little ones. But I would say my son started doing his laundry when he was 9. So by 9, he should know how to do this. And I would write everything out, and I would show him the settings. I'd make sure the pods were where he could reach them. I might only put 1 or 2 in a little container for him, so that he had them. And then when I'm doing my own laundry, I'll fill the container up if he needed it. But that way he could be part of the process. He was 9 at the time we started this. It's easy. I made sure everything was written out for him. And so maybe this will be something that you could also help your children out with if you just feel you're just overworked with your loved one, or even if you have babies and you have these older children, have them help out, have them have a sense of accomplishment and ownership of their things, but then also be part of the household and have them. These are things they're going to have to know their whole entire lives. Why not start young? My parents did. Also, I think that's why I did it. My mom started me when I was 9 also, and then I was 10. She taught me how to iron. I do not iron. I hate ironing. Everything I owned had to be ironed. It was awful. I would sit there with a bucket full of laundry after it was washed, and I had to iron it. My mom would set up the TV, we would set it up in front of the TV. We'd take turns. Even if I had to fold it up and put it in a drawer, it still got ironed ahead of time. So I hate ironing. I made sure my husband bought me a washer with a steam cycle so I don't have to iron anymore. And if anything's really, really, really wrinkly, I have a handheld steamer that I use. I just love it so much better than ironing. Anyway, my mom loved to iron. I digress. Anyway, so when it comes to the smell, those are the things I use. Now, I have also had to get stains out. We all have. And also whites. Like I've showed you before, I like white sheeting. I like white towels. I like white bed pads, because that way, if you get any stains on it, you can bleach it if you want. And if you are going to bleach, I always suggest you soak in borax in a hot cycle. Then you add the laundry detergent and bleach, should you want to use bleach. I also like to use OxyClean White Revive when I am doing laundry that has whites but with color in it. So it might be, my son has a blue and white striped shirt. So this is safe on colors, but it just revives the whites and keep things fresh. So I add a pot of this, and off they go into the washer. And everything I buy, this has a slight scent. I don't know. I was a Tide kid as a kid. That was what my mom bought. But ever since I was little, or ever since I'm adult, really, I don't love the scents of things. And I think that actually came from when my son was born. I started using everything that was unscented, uncolored, dye-free, those kinds of things, just for sensitive skin. But this has a very light scent. I really only kind of smell it on my white blankets after I've washed it, and it's pleasant. It is not overpowering, so you might get a little bit of a scent, but it's not going to bowl you over like some. It's not like the Tide when I was a kid. You could smell that stuff for days. So that's how that works. Now, also with stains, we all have them. old school. I love the old school stuff. If my grandmother used it, I wanted it. She could get the stains out of anything. Yet again, this is super cheap. I think it's $1.99, something like that. Phelps naphtha comes in a bar. It looks like a bar of soap. What you want to do with these? You've got stubborn stains on whether it's food stains, dirt, whatever. I use this on my mom's food stains. After if this sometimes works on food stains, it works mostly on food stains, but I love this really for smells. Um, but for food stains, I like this, and you get so I will pre-wash. Actually, what I've done before, I will pre-wash this. Right, did this, sprayed the stain with this, then did this. If I wash it, I will hang dry it to make sure that to see that the stain is still there or not. Because yet again, if you put it in the dryer, you will bake that stain in, and then it's going to be so much harder to get out. So I will see if the stain has come out. If it has not, because it is still damp, I rub this sucker all over it. Just the bar of soap. It lasts a really long time. So you rub this Phelps naphtha while on the fabric while it's damp. Rub it in really good. It will look waxy. Um, and you can even shave it if you want to get a small little grater, like a zester. You can have that in your washer, and you can grade this into your wash. It will help get the stains out. But I really like this. And I've used it, like I said, on food stains. My son came home from camping one time covered in Texas red dirt. And if any of y'all have had to deal with Texas red dirt, you know how bad it is. I washed his pants. I washed my husband's pants also, regular wash. Then it still wasn't out. I rubbed this all over the red Texas red dirt, all over his pants. Washed them again. No stains at all. I also know friends who have baseball players. They use this to get stains out too. So Phelps naphtha, like I said, it's old school, cheap. I love this stuff. It's great. But for whites, I use this. This one is also old school, cheap. I like it. I use this really for whites more than anything else. Zote. That's how I've said it. I don't know. Zote. Pink Zote and it's safe on delicate clothes, but I use this on whites. I think it works a little better if I needed to get a stain out on whites. Armpit stains on my husband's white shirts. This is a good one. Yet again, super cheap. It's, yet again, get it wet, rub, rub, rub. It's also a bar. It also looks like the Phelps naphtha. See, it's a pink bar. Oh, I don't know if you can tell that it's pink. But it is a pink bar, and you just get things wet, and then you, let's see, can we see it? No, you can't tell that it's pink. It is pink. It's almost the pink. It's almost the same pink as this, a little lighter pink than the sign here. But yet again, get things wet, rub, 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 and then let it sit for a minute, put it back in the washer. Great. But this is what I use. These are the things I have used to keep my mom's clothes clean. Sometimes they forget to give my mom a napkin, and so then she'll drop food in her lap. And so I want to make sure that I get those food stains out. Yet again, we talked about incontinence care and smells. Yet, your loved ones need as much dignity as possible. This is hard for them as much as it is hard for you. They don't want to smell. And I tell you what, it breaks my heart when I go out, whether I'm at my own. Oh, I was at the orthopedist dealing with something, and this old man came in with a caretaker. I don't know if it was his wife or a caretaker from his facility. I really don't know, but they kind of wheeled him by, and oh, poor man. I could smell him. I mean, I could smell it from a mile away. And I tell you, if you have ever dealt with loved ones, the elderly, they don't want to smell. and don't let them live in a world where they do smell. Do what you can to help them out. And sometimes it's laundry. These are the things. Um, I also buy my son nice clothes. He doesn't have a ton of clothes, but I do buy nicer clothes for him. And he is definitely a jeans and a t shirt kind of kid. He's not athletic wear. He doesn't like it. He loves cotton. He loves just jeans and a t shirt and sneakers. And so I want his clothes to look nice. He deserves to look nice and not sloppy. So I make sure I have the things that will help him stay looking nice. So I hope this helps out. And like I said, for those of you who have babies and you want to do cloth diapers, this works for them too. Like I said, I did cloth diapers. Yes, I'm that lady. I was crazy. It worked for my son. It worked for me. I didn't mind doing the laundry. I joke at my house. All I ever do at home is laundry, and my tombstone should look like a washing machine because that seems to be whatever I do. Anyway, but now this, like I said, the Rocking Green Dirty Diaper soap was not available when my son was a newborn and wearing cloth diapers. I wish this was available. I love it. I think it's great. It has a little bit of a citrus scent, like almost a limey scent, but not really. Um, and so, like it says here, plant based cleaner, safe for sensitive skin, which is great for the elderly. Also, my mom has very sensitive skin. And then 100% biodegradable. It doesn't have any dye, parabens, artificial fragrances, nothing like that. So, this is really great for cloth diapers for your loved ones or yourself. It doesn't matter, you know. I'm trying to see if it can tell you anything else that might be helpful. Um, but I think this is great, and we will make sure that all the things you see today are on in the link in my bio. You can buy them directly just by going through the link. And then, like I said, also BioClean. This was I had when my son was born. I buy it. I have the one spray bottle like this, and then I buy the refills. So I don't ever buy more than one spray bottle. But this is also made in the USA, which is always great. Biodegradable product, and it will get out. You can use it on everything. So, oh, that's the other thing. If you have an older dog, use this. Use this on your carpet. Use this on your upholstery. Whatever you need to do, you can use this to help get those smells and stains out too. If you have older pets that, you know, our loved ones are also our pets, and sometimes we have to take care of them also. So this will be helpful too. And so maybe that will help with your laundry and get the smells out, get the stains out, and just make your life a little easier. You know, I know it's not as easy as just throwing a pot in, but sometimes you put a little bit of effort in. The other trick of the trade, old toothbrush or the free toothbrush that you get from the dentist. Keep it, clean it, put it in hot water, make sure it's really clean. Keep it in your laundry cabinet. That is what I use if I ever have to do a little scrubbing because it's very soft bristles. It's normally extra soft or soft because that came from the dentist. He's giving it to you for free. Use it, scrub a little bit if you need to, if you feel like you got to do a little extra work. And so it won't tear your clothes, it won't overwork your clothes. And then that way you can help get those stains out that way too. That's a little trick that I use. I mean, we've all got them, you know, or you've got a toothbrush, you're like, oh, this one is old. It's not good for me anymore. Keep it, throw it in there with that, you know, with the BioClean, with the felt naphtha, whatever you're going to use, just give it a little scrub and it will help get those stains out too. Okay. Song of the week is Leon Bridges' Peaceful Place. I love this song. Leon Bridges, if you don't know who he is, he's an award winning Fort Worth singer. He's local to Fort Worth, and I really like him. I unfortunately could not get tickets to his last concert, but you know, say la vie next time. He's from Fort Worth. I'm sure he'll come back around again. But his song "Peaceful Place," it He said that it was about being in Fort Worth, but in a lot of the ways, it's finding contentment, finding peace after experiencing difficult times. These are the kinds of things that I know we all deal with, and it's just a really good song that just makes me feel happy when I hear it. And yes, when we have those hard times, we need to find peace, and we need to find that peaceful place that you can sit in your mind, whatever it is. When we go through those tough times, we need to find the contentment and the peaceful place after we go through them. Okay. So Leon Bridges, Peaceful Place. I hope y'all have a great week. I love you guys. Bye. Thank you so much for listening to Sandwich Stories. I really hope you learned some new things and enjoyed it. If you did, tell a friend, tell your mom, tell your sister, tell your dad, tell everybody you know to also listen. Maybe they'll learn some new things, how to help each other out, and find us at Sandwich Stories Podcast. Thanks so much.